a free city.
They're all on his side.
Everlight's
He's going to kill us all, smiley face.
If it isn't the pariah, I didn't expect you back so soon.
Oh, see what's gonna
What do
happen.
you need?
People literally die, free content.
That's the way.
I think that, well, yeah, I mean, for sure, right? I mean, like, of course, like and by the way, every news station thinks this. I understand that there's like news stations that try to make themselves out like, oh yeah, we don't care about this. News stations love plane crashes. They love, like, you know, mass shootings. Of course. Yeah, that's how they make their money.
Second, we will clean out all of the corrupt actors in our national security and intelligence apparatus, and there are plenty of them. The departments and agencies that have been weaponized will be completely overhauled so that faceless bureaucrats will never again be able to target and persecute conservatives, Christians, or the left's political enemies, which they're doing now at a level that nobody can believe. Even
I do think that, like, them going after Trump and trying to prosecute him for all these crimes, I think that, and I said it back then, I said that it was a huge mistake. Because all it does is it paints him out as a martyr, and it's kind of like the, what's the quote? If you come at the king, you better not miss. They missed too many fucking times. And now he's gonna do the same thing. And the thing is that, like, there's no moral authority to say, oh, this isn't what's going to happen. Yeah, it's revenge. And also, like, I do think that, again, people won't say this, but there is a massive contingency of Trump voters and Trump supporters that feel like they've been marginalized from, like, not only, you know, like, economically, but society-wide, where, like, you're not supposed to say that you like Trump. You're not supposed to say that, you know, you think this or that other thing. And these people have been oppressed in their mind, whether you believe this to be true or not. Like, again, and I'm going to get in a lot of trouble for saying this, okay? But we love that, don't we? Do you remember when I said that I can very well easily understand, like, young guys in, like, the Middle East joined ISIS? I can easily understand that. Even though I don't agree with them, even though I think they might be wrong, I can see, okay, if this is the way that you live, these are your material conditions. Yeah, I can see how you go from point A to point B. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. So when I'm discussing this, in a lot of cases, I'm not even really talking about whether I think it's a good idea or not. I'm saying that if enough people believe in something like this, it becomes real. And it's real to them. And if something is real to them, then for all intents and purposes, they're going to act like it's real. And nobody has a monopoly on reality. So these people can invent their own reality and act on it, and you can't really stop them. You see kind of what I'm saying? I don't think it's the same as one. No, it is. It is. People get oppressed, and the oppression, the perceived oppression, radicalizes them. It's absolutely true. Most people that do things that are really bad do them as a result of a perception of oppression. Now, sometimes the perception is accurate. Sometimes it's not.
This way, right?
But the one thing that's almost always there is that there is a perception. Steps up.
third, we will totally reform FISA courts, which are so corrupt that the judges seemingly do not care when they are lied to in warrant applications. So many judges have seen so many applications that they know were wrong.
I wonder what one of those applications for one of those people could. I wonder who that's going to be. Video's eye contact feature? Remind me about that later. I'll look at it.
Nothing about it. They're lied to. Fourth, to expose the hoaxes and abuses of power.
Help you with
tearing
something?
our country apart. We will establish a
I'll be
Truth
off.
and Reconciliation Commission to
I hear the Halo music playing in my mind. I do. You guys
So,
have to
what's the plan?
understand that there is a probability that Baron Trump came up with this name because he played Halo 1. And he said, Dad, you should call it this.
tearing our country apart. We will establish a Truth
People go back play Halo.
Help you with something?
I want to cross.
declassify and publish all documents on deep state spying, censorship, and corruption. And there are plenty of them.
I think that's good. I feel like a lot of people need to understand, like, when the government, and this isn't really anything that's new. I think that the government has exercised this power for a really long time, and I think it's created a massive sense of distrust with the government. Huge distrust.
Fifth, we will launch a major crackdown on government leakers
all right, why not?
who collude with the fake news to deliberately weave false narratives and to subvert our government and our democracy.
This is one that I completely disagree with. And I really hope that people talk to him and tell him not to do this. Because you need whistleblowers.
Corporal?
Because the reason why we know a lot of these bad things happened are because of those whistleblowers. Like Snowden, like Julian Assange. Like, it's a slippery slope? Yeah, exactly. Like,
Yes?
I really disagree with this, and I hope that he doesn't do this. This is really bad.
When possible, we will press criminal charges. Sixth, we will make every Inspector General's office independent, physically separated from the departments they oversee, so they do not become the protectors of the deep state. Seventh, I will ask Congress to establish an independent auditing system to continually monitor our intelligence agencies to ensure they are not spying on our citizens.
That's his background music, by the way. It's not like I'm playing like Skyrim or like Halo background music. No, he's doing that for himself.
Citizens or running disinformation campaigns against the American people, or that they are not spying on someone's campaign like they spied on my campaign. Eighth, we will continue the effort launched by the Trump administration.
Just give the word.
To move parts of the
They will burn.
federal bureaucracy to new locations outside the Washington swamp. Just as I moved the Bureau of Land Management to Colorado,
Got it.
Let's see.
as many as 100,000 government positions could be moved out, and I mean immediately, of Washington to places filled with patriots who love America.
Oh,
They
boy.
really do love America.
Blasted
Ninth,
armor.
I will work to ban federal bureaucrats from taking jobs at the companies they deal with. that they
This way,
regulate,
right?
So they
That is a huge fucking W. Oh my
More
God.
fighting. Does this never
Understood.
end?
Wow.
deal with these companies and they regulate these companies and they don't want to take jobs from these companies.
Yep.
It doesn't work that way.
We should get moving.
Here we go.
Display cannot go on. It's taking place all the time like with Big Pharma.
Sure.
Finally, I will push a
That way?
constitutional amendment to oppose term limits on members of Congress. This is how I will shatter the deep state and restore government that is controlled by the people and for the people. Thank you very much.
There it is. And so this was made, like, he recorded these kind of a while ago, but I think now that he's
all right,
like,
why not?
you know, now that he won, everybody is like looking back on it and they're like, oh shit, like all of these are
Got
gonna
it.
happen. And do you agree? With some things, yeah, he's gonna get assassinated.
That's the way.
If they assassinate Trump, then JD Vance is just going to do the same thing. And also,
Sure.
like, guess what happens when they assassinate him?
This way, right?
Then everybody is going to go,
Will
like,
do.
oh
Sure.
my God, now
We'll make short
they're
work of
actually
them.
trying to kill us, and they're going to be way more militant than they've ever been. The worst thing that can happen is for him to get assassinated, because it turns him into a martyr. And I think that's the same thing like all the trials did too. Yeah, they tried twice, that helped them win. Yeah, I think so too. Trump said he could use active military for mass deportations.
You got it.
Danger up ahead.
Yeah, of course he's going to do that. I think, again, this is the problem that a lot of people have, is that the... I don't think that they want to come to the terms that, like, that's what people voted for.
All right.
I think that there's a huge
Sure.
contingency of people that...
Love them.
That's what they're...
This place is a bloody graveyard.
I thought I would use military to resolve invasion. This is an invasion. Yeah, I mean, there it is. The people saying good don't understand the
Help,
slippery slope.
please.
I think that it can be very problematic too. I think that you're totally right. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. Because if there's
You'll
enough
have to
people
wait.
that support it, then it happens.
Help,
to go back to Susan
please.
for a second, the fact that he got to this
Yeah.
first, and the fact that she is going to have, you know, influence over how the rest of this transition unfolds, whether it's picking Attorney General,
Anything
or
on your mind?
other high-level positions. I think we ought to all look at this as a wise decision, a good decision, and for everybody out there wanting Trump to pivot or change or somehow whatever you want him to do, he just won a mandate from the American people to execute on the program.
You picked the wrong enemies.
Undead.
Particularly, and I think we ought to put people in place who are going to do it. That's what the people
See, he can't say this. But I think that if you go down
Help,
and you
please.
interview a bunch of Trump voters, I think that they absolutely want Trump to weaponize the government to attack the people that attacked him. I think that's exactly what they want him to do. Because that's what people wanted to do to Trump. Do it? Yeah. And so, like, and you can't say this because it sounds bad to say. I think that's what's going to happen.
It is explicitly explicitly.
That's not what he ran on.
Look at what he said in the past week. He literally said that he was going to exact vengeance.
You still don't understand that, you lost. He ran on immigration.
What's next?
He ran on immigration.
It's, you know, like, I think that's it. People want catharsis. People want revenge. And I think that people see Trump getting convicted of like 34 felonies and they think that it's bullshit.
Huh?
And so they're like, okay, everybody's conspiring against this
Sounds
guy.
like a plan.
Well, let's get together and we're going to do the same thing back to them. I think that's what happened.
You got
And
it.
so,
Sure.
I understand.
instant regret on her part? Yeah, there you go. He was kind once he got backstabbed, so he ever wants him to
all
take
right,
revenge
why
this
not?
time. Yeah, I think that's exactly it. Not revenge, retaliation.
That way?
Yeah, and I think that the problem is that, like, it's still not really acceptable for people to, like, say that, but I actually do think it's a huge reason why a lot of people voted for him, is they explicitly wanted him to do that. Can't wait till the president in the US suffer from tariffs. It's real catharsism. Reap what you sow. I mean, again, all I'm saying is I think that's what's happening. Isn't that super fucked up?
Wrong place, wrong time, friend.
People used to bring their families to watch lynchings. That doesn't matter. Like, people are more than willing to do something that's horrible if they think that they're doing it for
Saved
the right
by a
reasons.
pale skin.
Like, this is not
I didn't expect that.
My pleasure. What do you mean?
Well, it's a bit disturbing. Shortly.
What the?
If I were, would I be sitting in a cage and be covered in blood? No, I'm not.
And nobody notices?
Well, I've never eaten my own kin. It's blood.
Huh. And how did it dust?
I was trying to put an end to this.
So you're some...
Oh my, how that sounds. No,
Orcs have architects?
yes, how do you think our cows are constructed?
Tell me.
No, none of your
We could help you.
Why? What is it to you?
I just want to help.
I don't trust people who just want to.
Well, let me put it this way.
Fine then.
There would have been a higher
I hope I
chance
won't
that he got
regret.
reelected.
So you're trying to get the
I think
Everlight
that's
Guard?
what-
Yes.
I actually think it
I'm
would
just
have
what-
massively
True.
increased
Do you-
it.
Actually, yes. I say we go right.
No offense, but I don't think you should join us.
I'm afraid that's true.
Fine. I'm no good to anyone dead, am I? I think I heard them talk about some camp near the old mines. Maybe you could start there.
Understand the fact that the average American doesn't understand what a tariff is or how it works. I think that if you were to ask how many people understand tariffs that are voters, I would say
Blasted armor.
5% or less. Yeah, probably about 5% or less. So that wasn't really the reason. Less than 1%? Yeah, I mean, it's definitely pretty bad. But I think that's really what's happening here.
Just take the January 6th part of it. He made that a big part of his campaign,
Yeah.
that he would, if he were in power, pardon those people. You can't say that that was
Let's
not on
see.
the agenda. It absolutely was.
What was the campaign about? Why did
Because this is the way that I think a lot of conservatives see it. is that they see, like, for example, like all of like the BLM riots from back then.
So, what's the plan?
And then they saw that
Now
a lot
would you
of those
look at
people
that?
seemingly got into trouble, and they weren't dealt with in the way that I think a lot of people wanted them to be dealt with. And I think that now they look at January 6th as like, okay, well, this was our bad thing that we did, but we're getting punished and you're not. So that's why people support letting the January 6 people go. It's simple tribalism. That's the reason. Because, like, I don't think they should be let go. Absolutely not. But you can see very easily how a person comes to that conclusion. It's obvious.
No! No, please, mercy! No!
Then you better talk.
Yes, of course.
How did you end?
Because I'm not. The pay was good.
How did this? Really?
Yes.
Butcher.
I'm sorry.
They're coming for you.
Where are your headquarters?
You mean the slaughterhouse?
That does sound.
No, please.
Anything else?
No, I don't.
I'm here
She's
for the
exactly
produce.
What?
She's completely right.
You said you'd spare me.
He's gonna play it down, but they're right. The problem is that everybody knows that and they voted for it.
I totally disagree.
Get out of my sight.
That's not.
But if
Yes, of course. I was done with this life anyway. Goodbye, soldier. And thank you for your mercy.
People who violated the Capitol on January 6th committed a crime.
Intriguing.
Because they weren't invited in the way they claimed they were, right?
Here we
They
go.
were not there, they didn't go through security,
That must
the way
be the
rest of
letter
us have to
Keir
go through
mentioned.
to get into the Capitol.
Along.
They were prosecuted, they were convicted, and now they're serving jail time. He has said repeatedly that they're political prisoners and he is going to spring
That
them,
fellow
right?
really meant what he said.
What does that
He had
tell you
no
about how
idea
he's
what he was
going to
getting into.
weaponize the
I know.
Justice Department
Come,
and on whose
let's go back to
behalf?
Keir.
On behalf of people who committed crimes for him, not for anybody else. I mean,
Exactly. That's why he's gonna spring them. It's because they're on his side. Like,
Look at that.
I think so.
Let me
I
see.
think that a very big problem
Yes,
that a lot
they
of the media
are.
has is
I have
that
to
the
say,
media
I'm
relies on
surprised.
optics in order
My
to
experience with
push
pale
people
skin
into
so
opinions
far has
they
been
don't
that-
actually
Listen,
have.
they call it the.
And
We're all mages
the
and
big
know how
issue
to
is
defend
that the
ourselves.
average person might
A
not say
bold
this,
plan.
but the
But
average
In the middle of
person thinks
Everlight.
it.
Understood.
And
I'll
that's
meet
why
you in
see a lot
Everlight.
of dissonance whenever
May your
you
blood
look at
never
polls
boil.
versus actual voting behavior. It's because people say things that sound good, but then they actually go to vote, and then they vote for something that's a lot worse. That's society. Yeah, because polls aren't random. Yeah, mainstream media tells you who you should be mad at. Well, I mean, I'm just saying, like, what Democrats have weaponized justice system for years. It's time for them to play defense. Well, like, your comment here, like, by the way, like,
Let's see.
weaponizing the justice system is bad, right? It's bad whoever's doing it. However, this is what people think, and that's what they're voting on. That's the reason. And so I actually think it is that simple.
Ah,
in a lot
there
of
you
cases.
are. So,
I'll show you.
okay.
What do you suggest?
Simple. Tell the guard.
Sounds like a plan.
I mean, I'm
Let's
not
go.
making this argument. I'm not saying that. I mean, you want to argue with them, go ahead. But like, I'm saying that I think that there's a lot
Hello,
of, like,
boys.
unspoken
I-
truth,
Ah,
unspoken
right.
reality
That-
Because I thought the
mainstream
boss
media
would want.
and a lot of people, even on the
Aye.
internet, are
I guess he
unwilling
would.
to approach.
So,
And I think that also
what's your business?
People think that
I'm here.
repudiating
Great.
it and saying
Come on
that
in then.
it's bad or
Though
that it's
Everlight
evil
is one of the few
enough to
Northumbrian
just
cities
make
with a
it stop
multiracial-
happening.
Here we are.
I don't
Now
think
let's
that's
find the
case,
butcher.
and think
I
that it's very
can't
obvious
wait.
That's not the case. So the problem is that people like, and
yes.
this is the issue.
Let me
is
see.
that media is built around optics. It's not built around reality, and it's not really built around policy. I
Got
think
it.
if you were to
all right,
poll
why
a
not?
lot of average, like, if you were to look at the amount of Trump voters that there were, and you were to ask them, would you be okay with mass deportations, even deporting children that have been born here that have birthright citizenship? I think that you would get a supermajority of yeses.
This way, right? Sure.
If you could read their minds. They might not say it publicly, but if you could read their minds, I think you would get a lot of yeses.
We should get moving.
admire your, I don't know if I want to call it
something
your
you need?
optimism that Trump
Yes.
is going
Yes.
to run on the policies you care about
Got it.
deregulation and tax cuts and whatnot. That's just not
Will
what
do.
his campaign was about.
By the
That's not what he has
an
indicated.
orc?
With all due respect, respect, I've run more campaigns than you, and I know what campaigns are about, and I know why people walk into voting booths.
Why people walk into voting booths and what Trump plans to do when handed the presidency are two different things.
Yep, there it is. And so people
What
are
do we
getting
need?
real mad about this. That's what his campaign was about. Yeah, and according to CNN, they're brainwashed because they don't understand what they want. What was it about then? And bad argument, but he's not wrong. Americans are afraid to say
They
that
will
they want a
burn.
dictator president, either liberal or Republican, since both parties only care about their side of the policies. Yeah, I think exactly. And
Interesting.
campaign mode, yeah, and she's obviously unhinged. I think the problem is that the big issue is that like a lot of conversations about this are built around like kind of how it sounds to say a certain thing in a certain way.
That's the way.
But I don't think that average people
I
care about
understand.
that optics as much as I would say like media does.
That way.
And I think that
All
like
right.
this sentiment here is exactly why people don't care about January 6th. It's because they're also disingenuous. They're crying about January 6ers going free. When they set 2020 rioters free, January 6ers didn't burn entire cities to the ground. And the truth is that no matter what you think about this statement, whether you think this is a true statement or not, this is an opinion that is shared by enough people that it can shift the election. And if enough of those people get together, this opinion becomes the rule. And that's it. And so the problem is that a lot of people think
And I'm guessing, I guess I should thank you for coming. Well observed.
I don't get it. Why would you do that?
My kind.
I don't think
Fuck
it's that
my
simple.
kind.
Just for the record,
The
I
orcs have
don't
treated
think
me
this
and
is
my
a-
family
this is-
like
I don't think
Places.
this is a good
I
thing
call
about
it.
you.
There's no.
See, that's where you're wrong.
That
If your
being
clan-
said, it doesn't
Oh,
matter.
are
It
there?
doesn't matter because
I've heard
other
enough.
people think
With
that,
pleasure.
That's all there is.
Well, please be shielded. Help me, somebody.
Damages the riot.
Sounds like a
I'll
plan.
feed your bloody
Why?
corpses to the dogs!
Because tons of people
We'll make
got
short work
arrested
of them.
in the riots. Like literally hundreds, if
Blazes.
not thousands.
Help
got
me,
arrested
somebody.
in the riots. Some of them went free, some of them didn't.
Yes.
I need help over here.
With crimes, and they did get in
Sure.
trouble.
You got it.
Got it.
Tons, yeah,
Please.
yeah, I guarantee you, like the riots were massive.
Sounds like a plan.
Of course they arrested tons of people. And it's the same as also not every single person
This
on
way,
January
right?
6th got arrested either.
Sure.
That's really the difference. Most went free. Yeah, I bet probably a lot of the people from January 6th went free too.
Will
Like,
do.
We'll make short work of them.
They killed one of our heroes.
I mean, is this not true?
Help me, somebody.
Though Everlight is one of the few Nortandian cities with a moat.
Here we
I'm
are.
very confused.
Now let's find the
January
butcher.
6th
I
only,
can't
if you were in
wait.
the capital?
Yes.
Yeah.
Got it.
Blasted armor.
I'm very confused here. 14,000
That
people
way?
got arrested during BLM.
Sure.
Yeah, that's a lot of people.
Understood.
All right. Why not?
This chat's so lost. The problem is that I think people are so ideologically captured by certain points of view that they're unwilling to cede any ground or to look at anything that doesn't completely agree with them as being legitimate at all. And I think
By
this
the-
is like this
orc?
radicalization has happened, and it's gotten worse and worse and worse. Chat's past cook. Yeah, it is. And I don't really have a problem with this, guys. Again, people can
You picked the
disagree
wrong
on that.
enemies.
Like, if you're insulting or hostile or rude, then you'll get that.
Fair enough.
But,
Let's
We'll
do
hold
this.
our ground.
if you disagree, then that's fine. The point is that
Huh. Interesting.
I think a lot
Let's
of people
see.
have become so radicalized
Now would you look at
by
that?
this that anything that they hear that is even 1% off of what they believe to be true, they just lose their minds. They like even, and this happens with left-wing people too, right? Like for example,
This way, right?
if you're pro-trans, but you don't think that, trans women should compete against biological women, you're seen as a transphobe. You can be pro-trans, but if you don't think that, trans women should use women's bathrooms, you're like a TERF, right? That's what happened to J.K. Rowling.
You got it.
Sure.
So the problem
That's
is
the
that
way.
there are like these infinite purity tests. Zach, you've created an echo chamber. How could it be possible that I created an echo chamber when we're talking about everybody in chat disagreeing? Has it ever occurred to you that maybe that's illogical? Yeah. Somebody says that I don't really know what I'm talking about. Let me go ahead and look at this. So what do you think that I don't know about this?
Sure.
It's an echo chamber because I disagree with you? You don't really disagree? We know where you stand? Yeah.
So
what is this exactly?
And I'm guessing, no, I guess, well observed. I don't fuck my kind.
If you're an echo chamber disagreement, yeah,
let's
sure.
see.
Well,
That's where.
With
depends on what it is. Let me see what this is. That's me, gay community. I support trans people, but I said trans women have biological advantage. I got banned from LGBT group. Yeah, I think this is a really good example here, right? And so this is kind of like, this is the problem with radicalization.
Corpses to
that,
the door!
Gay community, I support trans people, but I said trans women have a biological advantage, and I got banned from an LGBT group. Yeah,
Though Everlight is one of the
this
few
exactly
Nortandian
happened.
cities with a multiracial population,
100%.
non-humans are usually met with...
This way, right?
There's no time. I'll give the person like another minute, then I want to move on.
yes.
I saw a Reddit post where they said your chat's a far-right echo chamber. Maybe that's what he's referring to. I think the reason why I have a lot of right-wing people in my chat is because I don't ban them. Most other chats, you get banned for having a lot of right-wing opinions, and I don't ban them.
And
So it would logically
I don't
make
get
sense
fuck
that
my
they would
kind.
ban chat
I've-
because they
With
wouldn't be banned. So because I allow people to have opinions, then you know, I'm considered like an echo chamber. I don't think so. There's a lot of things that add up to why Trump got elected. It's not possible to go over it in the 2-second chat. I give up. You give up because you know that what you're saying is inaccurate. Again, if you want to provide an argument, that's fine, but just calling me stupid and saying that I don't know what I'm talking about isn't really productive, and I don't want to hear that. Sorry. But yeah, of course there were a lot of reasons that people voted for him. I think that's and anybody could assume that. 1,000 people were arrested in Portland, but 0 were prosecuted, so it's a moot point. They literally burned the city to the ground with 0 consequences. I'd have to look and see what happened, but I think also Portland isn't the only city. Happened all over the country. You know, the whole city? Yeah. Portland was not burned to the ground? Yeah, I think so too. No, they paid the rioters millions of dollars. Why'd IOC is getting banned? Oh, he was just being rude. Looks like he decided not to argue. A lot of people like roach out whenever they get called up for something because they I think that they use something to disagree with as patronizing or rude, then I just ban them. You have a lot of new chatters in here from the left just waiting for you to fuck up and they're baiting you. I have no problem with that. It doesn't bother me. To be honest, I'm very relaxed and everything's totally fine. I'm not upset about anything. Everything's been going great, honestly. Like, I think chat's been great. You've got to have, and you're going to have some people that disagree or whatever. That's fine. But overall, I think it's fine. Like, that's what happens. I mean, there's a chat room. There's 50,000 people in the chat. What a surprise that there's going to be some people that are dissenters, some people that are disagreeers, some people that don't see it the way that I see it. So I don't really take this as any sort of like a problem or anything like that. There's just going to be disagreements with anybody because there's, you know, that's how normal people look at things. So I don't really see it being...
Please!
So,
Blasted armor.
Summer of nationwide rioting, and it got dubbed the Summer of Love, but no, someone moved to podium. Well, and so this is what I'm talking about, right? Is that I think there are two sides of unreasonable behavior that are happening that are being kind of put against each other. So basically, I think that everybody who participated in the riots and BLM and actually destroyed property, I think that they should be criminally prosecuted and put in jail. Period. That's it. Like, there's literally no fine print there. And I think also if you went inside the Capitol building,
Got it.
And
That
you
way.
actually damaged property or you took anything out of the Capitol building, I also think that you should be in jail. Both of these things are
That's the way.
If you walk out of that building with anything, you need to spend at least...
Whatever's necessary.
They killed one of our heroes.
But, and this is the thing, right, is that people play sides with this, but I think that this is actually...
Though Everlight is one of the few Nortandian cities with a multi...
Yeah. What if they said BLM in the Capitol? Well, then, oh yeah, then they can go free, right? And so yeah, that's the way that I see it. What are the chances Zach's been approached by the FBI or some government group and been offered something? I wish they did. That would be great. Yeah, that would be amazing. Chasco is regurgitating. The dude is regurgitating online talking points. Yeah, I think you're right. But if those talking points are believed by a lot of people,
fuck my kind.
I've heard enough.
That's the point.
Highwaymen.
And so, like, and this is the issue that a lot of people have, is they try to make appeals to things like, you know, well, this isn't true, or this isn't accurate, or you're looking at the wrong information. You guys need to understand that we live now in a world where people, like, and this is actually not even true. People have always thought like this. People don't care what your reality is. They care what their reality is. And that's like the best argument isn't an argument. You can't engage people that have a position on something that is driven by faith or some form of emotion and then expect to reason them out of that position because they never got to that position with reason in the first place. That's an objective reality. Yeah, well, people don't have objective realities. They don't see that. And there's another one too. I actually forgot to talk about this, but it's how people are like breaking into stores and they don't arrest them unless they steal over like $1,000 worth of stuff. I think there's a lot of people that see videos of like you know, a handful of people breaking into like a fucking like a Walgreens or a CVS and then just like putting a bunch of shit in a bag and leaving. I think if someone sees that and they say, I want to vote for whatever makes that stop happening. That's it. That ended. I'm not sure where it stands right now. Sounds fair? Yeah.
Stay with me, will you?
And this is the social media.
In a normal
More fighting. Does this never end?
They will burn. Regulate social media. One of the biggest offenders is DC and Congress have been able to do one thing in regard to rogue corporations.
And then moves them
Help,
from YouTube videos
please.
to podcasts, moves them from that annoyance all the way slowly to a full-blown fascist politic. We don't have the equivalent of Joe Rogan and Jordan Peterson to move that man in a feminist direction.
Go fuck yourself.
Got it.
This way, right?
Is that clear? I hope it is.
So this is what's happening, is that now that people are mobilizing on social media, because like this guy actually said, I like this guy a lot. Take a look at this.
And here's how we got
Blasted armor.
We got beat because the Republicans and conservatives built a different media
Sounds like a plan.
that had to do with online.
You got it.
Had to do with podcasts, had to do with streaming platforms, and they were spending their money there. We were laughing at them. And
So,
Black
what's
on
the
Doors
plan?
in Philadelphia and Detroit said, there's no Trump people. They're not dropping literature. They're not knocking on doors.
Well, in fact, it was laughing like, oh,
We should
Elon
get
Musk and
moving.
Charlie Kirk, they're packed.
Andrew Yang.
We were making fun
Corporal?
of Donald Trump for having thrown away his ground game and doing some weird stuff online. We thought that they were idiots. It turned out we were
Yes.
idiots. We woke up in our body bag because while we were knocking on doors, they were
Yes.
making these phones into 24-hour-a-day political weapons for themselves. And so we got outflanked, outplayed, outbeat by people who told us the whole time that they knew what they were doing. And here...
Yep, he's completely right about everything. Absolutely. And this is why they want to regulate social media. They want to regulate social media so they can view and they can like categorize people that dissent from them as, you know, somehow problematic and then remove them. And this is exactly what used to happen before Elon Musk bought Twitter.
Wrong time.
That's the reason why they
Get
want
ready.
to regulate it. It's not like they want to regulate it
All
because
right,
they're
here
afraid
goes
of
nothing.
any sort of like actual problem. They're not afraid of anything, and to the extent that they are, it is primarily about military.
Places. Help me, somebody.
It's really about how social media
Now would you look at that?
provides a meritocracy for information.
Huh.
That's
Intriguing.
They want control. Yeah, they don't want regulation. They want control. And by the way, I am a very big advocate for social media regulation.
Sure.
Just not this kind of regulation.
Particularly the media ecosystem it's not a good one, it's a negative one, it's a radicalization funnel. But what they have done in their online media ecosystem is build a radicalization engine, literally the way militant groups do around the world, that takes people from relatively low-level annoyance.
I hope that these people understand that that radicalization engine, do you know who turns the key to turn the engine on? Is them. They're the ones that are beginning this radicalization process by treating people that disagree with them as if they're like racists or sexist or psychos. That's how it started.
Why are eggs so expensive? Why is my kid learning this new thing in American history in school that I didn't learn? And then YouTube videos, podcasts, moves them from that annoyance all the way slowly.
Get ready.
We'll do full-blown fascist politics.
We'll make short work of them.
I don't really think that a lot of people...
Understood. Fair enough. Let's do this.
Wait, what do they mean by fascist politics? What kind of social media regulation?
They will fall.
For example, I don't think that anybody under the age of consent should be allowed to make an account on social media. Just for example.
Multi-billion-dollar infrastructure, and there is nothing like it on the pro-democracy side. We don't have when a man is just lost and lonely, not yet radical.
I love how they're talking about how they don't have a media system. On TV. On MSNBC. How do you do this? It's amazing.
Sure. That's the way. This way, right?
The equivalent of Joe Rogan and Jordan Peterson to move that man in a feminist direction. By the way, we should get
the reason why is because men reject those people. There are those people out there. Friend. Absolutely, they're out there. It's just that people don't want to hear that message because they don't think that message
Got it.
is
Sounds like a plan.
It's very simple.
Sure.
that it's actually really great to live
That
with
way.
a strong woman who
All
makes
right.
money. It's actually easier. Life is easier. But I think
it's just sad, man. It really is. Joe Rogan was a Democrat? Yeah, I guess so. And Jordan Peterson and Joe Rogan used to be liberals. Yeah, I think that's probably true to an extent. And well, actually, it's not true to an extent. It literally is true. It was true. It is. I find it incredibly fucking hilarious that you have people that are on a nationally syndicated television show that has a 100-year nearly hegemony in like
I'll take a
like
look.
news
Let's
and
see.
politics.
Let me see.
That are complaining that they don't have a voice. You're not complaining that you don't have a voice.
I couldn't agree.
Yeah,
that nobody
listen,
wants to hear what you're
Tahar.
saying.
It's in the making. Why?
That's the real reason why you're mad.
Was wondering if I will do. May your blood never boil. We'll talk later.
What did I say about Kotaku
I don't
last
even know
time
what to
they did
say.
layoffs? I'm gonna react to myself. But yeah, it looks like Kotaku is continuing to fall apart. Kotaku's laid off 4 more staff. One of them is the person who wrote Stellar Blades Eve is the hottest when she
Blasted armor.
Man.
Context. In the past months, Kotaku's holding company, Geo Media, has been trying to sell every website that it owns, and Kotaku is one of the few it has left. 2 months ago, the editor-in-chief resigned. Now, 4
She
other
did.
employees
She
were
was
laid
mad.
off, which is basically the entire YouTube team of a channel that has been dying for years. It is still not quite clear if Kotaku's extraordinaire Alyssa Mercante resigned too, after she updated her Twitter bio. Just yesterday, she was DMing somebody's wife of a person who was having Twitter.
Sure.
Like, this is like IRL boxing and like getting involved in like people's real life. I would not be surprised if something like this caused her to lose her job.
She then defended herself.
Humans butchering orcs for their meat. And here I thought I'd seen everything.
My words exactly. Stupidest thing you can ever possibly say on the internet, since there are schizos ready to take up the challenge, and please do report anyone who does this.
People are just tired of it. It's exhausting. Young people don't read Kotaku. To be fair, nobody does. And that's why they're really fired. It's because they destroyed their reputation. I don't think Kotaku's going to be able to read. I think they have to rename the company. They have to remake the entire company. So yesterday they did a bunch of other layoffs, and crazy that happened. What are the odds? Huh? Wow. Wow. Look at that. Take a look at this.
Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And man, that did not take long, just a day or two after the election, and Alyssa Mercante is apparently gone from Kotaku. If only someone could have seen this.
I know, right? And I'm like,
Interesting.
That's crazy, right?
you know, of course she's gonna go out there and blame it on the men. And she's gonna blame it on the toxic dude game bros, because that's what she keeps blaming everything on. And that's the trend we keep seeing with people like her. What we've seen with the media and Hollywood and the people having meltdowns about the election. Instead of blaming and looking in the mirror and being like, what did I do to lead to this problem? It's everybody else's fault. She's gone out and toxically after people for, months, trying to cause drama. I'm surprised it took this long for her to bite her hands.
Yeah, to be fair, she actually didn't blame anybody in her statement at all that she was leaving. She didn't blame toxic guys. She didn't blame gamers. She just said that she's leaving and she's going somewhere else. Like, I mean, to be fair. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. If I tell you it's raining and you go outside and it's not raining, and then I say it's not raining yet, you're gonna say, shut up, fucking retard. It's not raining. Why are you telling me that it's fucking raining if it's not raining? What are we doing? What are we doing with this yet thing?
So you might have to go back to charging for that. We're going to talk about this. She is, right now, the biggest pain in the ass for a lot of gamers. She goes out of her way to antagonize.
Because that's her only thing.
Okay. So, look, here's the thing. I want to watch a fucking video about this shit. Like, I think this is totally fucking overblown. Whether she got fired or not, there's a video. I'm not going to watch this video. I'll just look at a few tweets and talk about it myself. Let me see if I can find it here. Obviously, as no fucking surprise, Kotaku is having to do big layoffs, right? So we'll take a look at this. I think that there might be one more. Yeah, let me double check. Okay, yeah, that should be everything. Okay, so we'll take a look at it here. Geo Media cuts Kotaku to the bone as more writers are laid off. Big fucking surprise this is happening. Geo Media, a network that owns websites but knows nothing about running
Just give
websites,
the word.
has made further
Intriguing.
cuts at the already beleaguered Kotaku, with a number of writers announcing today that they have been laid off. Will and Moses Travias, two writers that only joined the site earlier this year, were abruptly laid off by management this afternoon. So this is really not that big of a surprise. Nobody should be surprised by this. The reason why Kotaku is doing layoffs is because they're not making enough money. It's actually an incredibly simple, very easy to understand paradigm that for some reason people just don't know how to do. Here's the reason why it happened. The reason why Kotaku had to do a bunch of layoffs is because people aren't watching the videos and they're not reading the articles. And also, I think that as Kotaku has become more and more of a brand risk, and there have been more people that have been speaking out against
the hardest thing about business
Kotaku,
is minding your own.
Kotaku has just in general earned itself a negative reputation that will affect how much advertisers want to advertise on that website, because they don't want to have their advertisements shown next to things that are problematic, next to things that could alienate buyers and that business. It's very simple. And so, and I'm not saying this is a wrong thing, but I'm saying this is what happens.
Damn it!
And so,
You read my mind.
Healing. Is simply not getting a lot of people talking about it.
I can't focus.
They killed one of our heroes.
Reading the articles, people are not
No,
referring to the
don't die on me, will you?
Fine.
I need you.
about anything about the it's usually when somebody writes a
I understand.
and it makes everybody mad. So what ends up happening is that
You got it. Ben, be more careful next time.
because the company isn't making enough money. That's the way it goes. GeoMedia's management is once again punishing workers for its own actions. I don't even think that's what's happening. Management mandated that some writers stick to service posts now that the numbers aren't panning out. Surprise, surprise. Those writers are paid off, cruel and misguided.
They killed one of our heroes.
I actually don't think it's GeoMedia's fault. The reason why this is happening is because GeoMedia is simply a bad medium to talk about video games. And
they killed one of our heroes.
Are just a much better medium in every single way.
Please.
So big surprise, you're going to see a lot of
Come on. Don't die on
I need
us
help.
now.
Talking about that instead, because that's going to give them a better indicator.
The hardest thing about business is minding your
Also,
own. There are few cities where this proverb rings.
Has been going down. Somehow they've managed to divide by zero. I can't believe it.
Sure.
But they have. The
Sounds like a plan.
Approaching zero number of credibility things they've done gets cut in half every single year. And so
That way? Understood.
Well, that's what happens. And so Princeton
Sure.
has been for years. Look at
That's
IGN.
the way.
Will do.
IGN survives not because of its website. IGN survives for two reasons. Number one, IGN has done a great job transitioning towards moving content based products like movies, TV shows, and
They will fall.
things like that. Like I think probably one more like paint cancer. So that's one big reason why IGN has done the best. And the other reason is because they do YouTube. They get more YouTube views on their channel than I do. It's a lot. And so that helps them pay for everything, and that's all on
I need help over here.
All right, why not?
Please. So IGN has effectively built a product that is more.
Here we go.
I
need help over here.
They have a
They killed one of our heroes.
And their insight and input into other products and their websites and other things are just bad. Also, let's look at it like this, right? If I go and I pull up Kotaku and then I pull up IGN.
Whoa.
Let's do a
This is what you get moving. Bizarre.
And we're going to compare the two things. Let's look at the review.
That way.
Sounds like a plan.
All right.
So this is already confusing. And then I'm going to look at the review. No thanks. Let me just
Will
look at
do.
this. See, like here they are. They're reviewing the new. I guess this is. Oh, holy fuck! How many times are you gonna put this up?
Sure.
How
Sure.
annoying. Holy shit. Anyway, so they're reviewing
Got it. That way?
Overlord, which is an anime. Let's look at Mario and Luigi. This is just a simply superior product. And if you look at the review, for example, more from Amazon Games, summary, New World Reviews, game tips, if you look at this, this is a terrible product compared to IGN. IGN has a much better website layout. They have a video guide that shows
All right,
you as well.
here goes nothing.
Both are bad. I actually think this is bad outside of this extremely annoying thing. Yeah, this is much better to look at. It looks like an actual review.
How do you like that?
You can scroll all the way down. You can read everything. This is extremely comprehensive. There's a lot of information about it. They said the game sucks, but they gave a lot of reasons for it. Whereas if you go and you look at Kotaku's review for New World Eternum, and this is just one review, I just picked it out. All it is a bunch of copy-paste of Steam reviews. That's it. Now, they're talking about Steam reviews, so maybe that's not a great comparison. Let me see if I can find another video. Let's look at Mario and Luigi. So this is the new game. It's hard to even figure out where you can get a review for this. Continue reading. This is it. They're just referencing other things. This product is simply inferior. The website is a fundamentally inferior product to IGN. Why would I go to Kotaku when IGN can provide a better product? Go to the actual review section. Well, here's the problem. So you're thinking about it like, go to the review section. You're stupid for going to the review section. What do you think the average person's going to do? Well, I'll tell you what they're going to do. They're going to get confused too, because it's hard to understand. Whereas in IGN, if I want to find what this is, I just simply click on reviews. I click on all reviews, and it gives me an easy list that is very easy to understand. Again, if you compare this to Kotaku, there's just weird Rolodex thing. There's watch, sci-fi, racing. This is terrible. You're a dumb user? Well, who do you think is reading video game reviews? It's people that are dumb. Like, what do you expect? Websites, this is terrible. If I click on reviews here we go. Finally, we have a review. There we go. And that's finally what it is. Yeah. And dumb people don't mind. Yeah, and I think having the white background is bad too. They're both bad, honestly. If you want to say that they're both bad, that's totally fine. However, I think that you should admit that IGN is less bad. So anyway, we'll go back to Kotaku and talk about this. This website is basically fucking dead. Kotaku is one of the last remaining websites in Geo Media's portfolio, following the recent sale of everything from The Onion to whatever was left of Deadspin. Its masthead now is down to just a handful of writers and editors, and not much of the site's service work is being handed off to freelancers. Kotaku absolutely should shut down. I think they should. I'm just being honest. And the reason why is that their reputation is so damaged from like the amount of like weird dramas that they got into. And like they've had, Kotaku is like known as the like woke gaming website. And the only reason why people talk about IGN so much now is that Kotaku has fallen off so much that it's not even really talked about at all. But if it is, people are talking about it being woke. And so woke is kind of dead. Well, it's very clear that a lot of people are not interested in reading video game content that has a woke spin. It's evident that that's not true. And so whether you think it should be or not doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, people aren't consuming the content, they're not looking it up, and it's going to cause Kotaku to completely fall apart. I do not think that the website is redeemable. I don't.
Yes?
I think that they have had 10 years of bad press. 10 years of, like damage to this IP. I think that they need to completely, if they want to make another video game website, they have to make a completely new website with a new name, a new philosophy, and new people. They have to completely rebuild it from the ground up. A rebrand? Yeah, they made their own bed. They did. And so same shit happened to G4? Yeah, exactly. And so the reason why it doesn't happen to IGN, again, is because IGN has a better business strategy. It's that simple. And so I said this was going to happen 6 months ago or 3 months ago, whenever it was. It's happening. So they're laying off even more people. So yeah, there you go. Only their SEO is good, nothing else. Yeah, but SEO is in a lot of ways like kind of a legacy thing because they've been in SEO for a long time, so they remain in SEO. I think that's what happens a lot. So yeah, I wouldn't really take that all too seriously, personally. I find it funny that rebrand would mean right for gamers with gamers. It's so overpriced. Yeah, I guess so, right? But yeah, that's basically what's happened, and I'm really not surprised by this at all. And I think that Kotaku will continue to decline and fall apart more and more and more.
Something you need? Let's see.
Yes.
I'll take a look.
What do we need?
You picked the wrong
corpses.
enemies.
Take them down.
That's all? I'm only getting started.
Please.
Yes?
Sure.
Blasted armor. That's the way.
Ah!
They killed one of our heroes.
No.
What's next?
Don't die on me, will you? We need...
Corporal?
Yes?
Sounds like a plan.
I'll stay right here. You picked the wrong enemies.
This way, right?
I need more time! Sure. Got it. I understand.
Whatever's necessary.
Sure.
Understood.
Sure.
Will do.
Yes?
You got it. over here.
Got it. You read my mind.
That way. All right.
Yes?
They will burn.
You got it.
Got it.
Understood.
All right.
Will do.
Sure.
Sounds like a plan. Get ready.
Anything on your mind?
More fun. Does this never end? Please! Sure. That's the way.
Uh-huh.
This way, right?
Sure.
I understand.
That way?
Got it.
Fair enough. Let's do this.
Understood.
I'll keep you shielded.
That way.
You got it.
All right.
Not now!
Sure.
Danger up ahead!
They will fall.
We'll make short work of them.
I can't
Give
focus.
me a moment to focus.
Not now!
Corporal? That way. All right.
Here we go.
All right, why not?
Jesus! Help! They killed one of our heroes.
Don't die on us now.
Help! Please!
Sounds like a plan.
Let's see.
I understand.
All right, here
Blasted
goes
armor.
nothing.
Got it.
You got it.
I'll keep you shielded!
Understood.
Sure.
All right!
Focus, Syria. Focus.
Sure.
So, this'll be our base, won't it?
Niehalf's hammer. How about a tad more enthusiasm?
Well, let's just... Let me see. So, this is
So it seemed.
an ancient shape.
Innkeep?
Hey, getting up early in the morning, setting the table.
Innkeep.
Quite the cynic, aren't you?
So you leave.
You know. Upsides of elven blood. There's plenty of time.
Nobody is forcing you to.
Yeah. Anyway, talk later, shall we? I'm sure you've got battles to prepare.
Oh.
What a beautiful... As promised, I'll set up shop...
Thanks.
Yes?
Want to trade? Farewell.
Finally out of...
How are you settling?
Well, I'm still trying to get... Either way.
Good. I'm looking forward to it.
Northander. A fair offer.
Got it.
Made yourself comfortable?
Comfortable. Just look at this place. A Shaper city.
You seem to be...
Tahar, I suppose what I'm trying to say is, thank you. You and the...
Well...
You make it so... Anything else I can help you with? If not, I'd like to take another look at that rune LeCain gave us. It's at least as amazing as this place. Tahar.
That armor you're...
My...
Well, our...
What?
Why not?
It me...
Fair enough. I'll let you know if I have some resources to spare. I found some material.
Yeah, Tahar... Niehaus.
I don't follow.
This thing... It might be possible to reconstruct them and that...
What are you... I was...
Oh, that.
Don't you...
And all, there was even... Sounds funny when you think about it, but those lads were dead. No.
But...
Yeah, because maybe... What I'm trying to say is... Of course they are. And like any other fanatic... I certainly hope so. Yeah. You know the... For some obscure reason, only...
Like...
A lot. But that...
How do you...
But no, for some reason, the people with the coin just don't care. The only ones who... Yet, here I am now.
I've been... Alright.
No sweat to her. It's fine.
How...
For some obscure reason, only...
Like...
A lot.
How...
But no, for some reason, the people... Yet, here I am now.
Found out anything new about...
Well, no, somehow, yes. And I'll...
Found out anything...
Well, no, somehow, yes.
Goodbye.
Sure.
Alright, why not?
That way. Alright.
Will do.
That's the way?
Tiaras.
Just wait until you see...
Just don't forget we're here for a purpose.
In any case, with our new allies, we should be able to go look for the stones.
Look at that.
Now look at that. The fable, I have to say. Anyway.
But your arms all...
Well, yes, with rusty swords and dented armors. I mean with proper...
I want to buy some...
Music to my ears. What did you have in mind?
Tahar?
Do you?
First off, I appreciate that you didn't stop me. It was what most reasonable people would have...
He deserved...
Yeah, that was... Long story short, but then... Sure,
and that...
I just couldn't help it.
Just...
Yeah, either way. Anything else you need? Corporal? Need anything? Well, it's not my home. We may have...
I doubt that will ever happen. I doubt that will ever happen.
But then again, not all... It's that age doesn't necessarily make...
Interesting.
Sure. What?
This might...
I guess so. Well...
Tell me about your...
Is that a command, Corporal?
Please.
All right. But I'm afraid there isn't so much to tell. Have you ever been on the road by yourself? Well... Sleeping under this most of the time, your stomach and your purse are empty, and...
Did you have some...
Coincidence. When I called him, he gave me back...
So you started
I wouldn't call him that. He was just...
I see.
You mean... no.
Huh.
Nothing dramatic. He liked it. Ben the Smith wanted him as an apprentice.
Huh.
That was... frankly put...
And that worked?
Better than you'd think. People were fighting over...
Do you miss it?
Well, there was this one, my first but I didn't. As if that feeling lasted until the sun came up.
That's...
And a bit dramatic. And what truth be told, I don't know. But...
Yeah, do you need some...
What exactly is...
Oh, Tahar, that's quite a topic. I don't mind sharing, but Are you sure you want to?
I am.
All right. You said yet first tell me, Tahar. When seeing all of this, don't you sometimes feel like you're exploring a childhood dream? The kind of world the poets and the bars.
Sometimes.
But this, did you know?
You see.
Oh, and it persisted for tens of thousands.
My father all.
What the? So if you think that's unjust, they had the liberty of being the because it is. Yeah.
Most scholars.
They do, but regard and why? Because to many, admitting what a marvel the Shapers truly were.
Is that?
It depends on your expectations. We could do worse, certainly, but
Maybe you're right.
there in any case.
I see. Well, thanks for the explanation.
Tahar. Apart from that,
So-
yeah. As to how I formed,
And what?
I figured you'd want to avenge. But
You sound
nostalgic.
Could you?
Well, I believe that it's this about his childhood.
Let's discuss something else. Seems you're mad.
Yeah, but blazes, Tahar. I know I've said it before, but I'm guessing that's not what you came here.
Actually,
Look, Tahar. Seeing Zane and Helena die.
Actually,
Well, if you say so.
I'll be off.
Something you need?
Yes.
Huh?
That way? Sure. You got it.
All right, let's cut to the chase. We need.
I think so.
That's about it. And now that we have.
Yeah, we.
An unknown.
Correct.
Wait.
Did he?
That's a.
Well, I'll think about it and let.
Will do, Corporal.
This way, right? Sure.
What can I do for you today?
So, you're from the Windwall Mountains.
A bit of a mess.
You don't sound too.
Well, word, but I guess there isn't much we can do about it.
Let me see what you have.
I had hoped as much. What do you need?
Everything for the wary traveler.
That's the way.
Ah, Corporal. I've found some new treasures. You might want to take a look at them.
Daggers to moon silver swords. Come again. May Tiara bless your path.
Huh?
Hmm? I understand.
Huh. Interesting.
Huh.
Fair enough. Let's do this.
In the shadow of the eponymous mountain lies the wasteland referred to as the Foot of Bargagor. It is home to the Orcish tribe called the Firewielders, as well as to many unforgiving beasts, from the undead to demons. While most travelers...
All right, here we are, the Foot of Bargagor.
And you still think this is a good...
I don't think we have a choice. We need all the allies we can find.
I'll take a look.
Anything on your mind? Interesting. Sure.
Huh?
Who is this? My God King there again. Bring him more for final treasure. Yes? What do strange flesh people want?
We found a mum...
Me?
Well...
Shoot off.
You have a brother?
Brother in blood? Yes. But not brother in...
I think we'll be off now.
Huh?
Sounds like a plan.
Huh?
For decades, the Mohir elves, exiled from Finan Mir, have roamed Io in search of a new home. In Nortander, they were promised lands of their own. But as the...
All right. The more here...
All right, then. What's the plan?
Well, I suggest we try to find...
Good. Then lead the way.
That way.
All right. Yes?
Sure.
Got it.
Huh. Intriguing.
This looks like a beaten path. I think it should take us to the village.
Oh.
Tiara's breath. What was that?
No idea. That man looked completely mad. As if something had eaten away his mind.
Interesting.
All right, why not? This way, right?
Here we go.
Undead. You read my mind.
Help! Please! Blasted armor. That's the way?
Understood.
All right,
Sure.
why not? Just do what you want. Stay here. Please!
Not happening. I can't Focus.
Yes.
More fighting. This never end.
Sure. Interesting.
Let's see.
Let me see. Yes. You got it. That way? Sure. You got it. Sounds like a plan. You got it. Sure. Huh. Interesting.
They will fall.
Fine.
That way?
Sure. That way. All right.
Sure.
This way, right? All right. Why not?
You got it. Sounds like a plan.
I understand. They will burn.
That's the way?
Sure.
Blasted armor.
Huh? Sure.
Will do.
I understand.
You got it. That way?
Sure.
Yes?
That's the way?
Get ready! All right, here goes nothing.
You picked the wrong enemies.
Let's see.
Here we go.
I'll keep you shielded.
Whatever's necessary.
Fair enough. Let's do this.
Whatever's necessary.
All right, here goes nothing. Get ready.
They will fall.
More fighting. Does this never end? Danger up ahead. They will burn. All right. I'll keep you shielded.
Here we go.
Travelers, huh? Well, if you're looking for shelter, you've come to the wrong place.
Got it.
We'll make short work of them.
Huh. A traveler. Don't get many in these parts.
Who are you people?
Huh. Elven territory, my arse. As for who we are, if you...
Can you let us in?
As I said.
Never mind.
That way. All right.
They will fall.
More fighting. Does this never end?
Get ready.
Danger up ahead.
Fair enough. Let's do this. All right, here goes nothing.
They will burn. Fine.
Got it.
Sure.
I'll keep you shielded. Blasted armor. I'm only
That
getting
way?
started. Danger up ahead.
This way, right? All right, why not?
All right. We'll make short work of them.
Whatever's necessary.
You picked the wrong enemies. What a pleasant surprise.
Fair enough. Let's do this.
Take them down.
Here we go.
Help! Please!
Huh. Intriguing.
Now would you look at that?
Sure.
Sure.
You got it. Sounds like
That's
a plan.
the way. Huh?
Understood.
Got it.
Not now!
I understand.
Sure.
This way, right?
You got it.
That way. All right.
More fighting. Does this never end?
Get ready.
You read my mind. They will fall.
You picked the wrong enemies.
You'll regret this.
Sure.
Huh.
Yes?
So, what's the plan? That way?
Blasted armor. Got it. Sure.
Sounds like a plan.
Huh? Let's see. That's the way.
I understand.
Sure. Got it.
Got it.
You got it.
That way. All right. Oh, fine. They will burn.
Not now! They will fall.
Fair enough. Let's do this. Sure.
Whatever's necessary.
I'll keep you shielded.
All right, why not?
Here we go.
All right.
You got it.
We'll make short work of them.
Will do. Got it.
I need more time.
Regret this.
Sure.
Sure. This way, right?
That way?
Blasted armor. That way. All right.
Understood.
You picked the wrong enemies.
here goes nothing.
I understand.
Sounds like a plan.
Alright, why not?
Let me see.
Sure.
Sure.
Got it.
You read my mind.
Danger up ahead. I'll keep you shielded.
Get ready.
They will burn. Ah! Fine.
Fair enough. Let's do this.
They will burn.
Ah! Here we go.
All right. More fighting. Does this never end? We'll make short
Get
work
ready.
of them.
I understand.
All right, here goes nothing.
I'll keep you shielded.
You got it.
That way. All right.
Fair enough. Let's do this.
Fine. You picked the wrong enemies. Danger up ahead.
They will fall.
All right, here goes nothing.
Whatever's necessary.
Ah!
Get ready.
You read my mind.
How do you like that?
Whatever's necessary.
Here we go. Fair enough. Let's do this. All right, here goes nothing.
All right.
They will fall.
Get ready.
More fighting. Does this never end? Burn.
Ah!
You read my mind.
Ah!
Huh? Huh. Intriguing.
Sure.
Ah! Ah!
Fine. We'll make short work of them.
They will fall. Whatever's necessary. You read my mind.
I'll keep you shielded. You picked the wrong enemies.
Ah!
Ah! Danger up ahead. More fighting. Does this
they
never
will
end?
Fall.
All right.
Ah!
You read my mind.
Fair enough. Let's do this.
That's the way? Sure.
That way. All right.
They will fall.
We'll make short work of them.
Ah! Here we go. All right, here goes nothing.
Ah!
Whatever's necessary.
I'll keep you shielded. They will burn.
Ah!
Is this the village?
Should be. And don't ask me why there's no one guarding the entrance.
Let's take a look around.
I understand. Got it.
Ah!
All right, why not? Let's see.
Yes? Hmm? Interesting.
Yes? Huh?
Just give the word. I'll take a look.
Huh? Just a traveler. Don't mind me. Interesting.
I never nod you. It's been a while.
Well, the short...
Are you sure you came?
Why wouldn't I?
I just thought but I suppose.
I'm not as pure.
Be that as it may. Best you talk to Finrior and Merilith, the first and second Scryer. Maybe they'll listen to you once they're done bickering.
Corporal?
Can't believe we're still having this discussion. Tell me, Arlen, where was Ellen in all those years when our people were on the run?
Huh? What are these two arguing?
I don't see why that concerns you.
Guardians did.
Well, maybe they would have if it weren't for heretics like you. We are Ellen's children, all of us.
We are the children of our mothers and our fathers, for heck's sake. If you are so pious, then why did you leave Finn and Mir in the first place? What we need is to the gods that have left us.
Heresy, Varden. This is heresy.
Salangar. A pure...
Not what I'd call myself.
Is that so? Who let you in?
There weren't any guards.
What? But please, who are you? And what do you want? Are you with the soldiers?
Soldiers?
The army folk. But if you have to ask, I suppose you're on your own.
That's a long story.
So you're the corporal from Lianon? Well, and also...
How?
A scout observed the... Either way, your story sounds bizarre, but I don't think... Not to mention that...
So you will provide...
It's not that simple. I have to bring up the matter before the other scryers, and they all have to agree. But not...
Are you the leader?
One of them, yes. Which complicates the decision... The short version? Leafshade has been struck by the Bloodburn. Elves...
Corrupts?
Drives us mad. And if that weren't enough... The council can't Yeah, the guard.
So where...
As I said, I think it's just how...
Yes.
And it might have been old Ravel. Not as many as in your kind.
As I said.
You want this alliance to happen as quick as possible, don't you? Give me a moment to think this through.
All right.
Varden, please, would you mind leaving these travelers alone with your obscure... What?
I'm looking for allies. But let me start from the beginning.
And so I would if I could.
Who is
a misguided Then the Mage Wars came. Well, say that. And what good did it? Yes. We will find our true home someday.
You're talking about the...
So briefly put.
Yes.
As you can imagine, and as a result of that, more... That is...
Probably not.
Isn't it obvious?
You mean...
Yes. Ellen has protected our country. All we need to do... What for? Also, why does...
If we help you lift this curtain...
Well, but let me think about it first, will you? This...
Oh, great. Now you've fed them the same nonsense. Well done, Finrior. Salangar, this is getting ridiculous. As I said, I think it's just how we elves react to the Bloodburn.
As I said,
Good. Come, let's discuss this elsewhere.
Sure.
Now would you look at that?
That's better. Blah.
From his point of view, you're the one who's being...
There's a difference between being... Anyway. What we need first is proof to convince Arlen.
What kind of proof?
That remains to be seen. Secondly, there's a human military outpost near... After the disaster in Lianon.
Very comforting.
I've asked myself the same question. As I said, I believe they are from the...
All right.
Yes, and thank you. I appreciate your help.
Nehal's hammer. I was beginning to think these discussions were never going to end.
No argument there. Let's go talk to the soldiers and see if they let us into their territory to find that proof.
Huh?
Let me see.
Another here.
We're just...
No, say no more.
What?
Yes, that's what. Now sod off.
Axes, daggers, swords, everything for the wary traveler. Good choice.
Oh.
Got it.
Fine.
Blazes.
Tahar?
All right. What the blazes was that? Why did it attack us?
The corruption. It must have taken hold of it.
That's odd. I get how this frenzy could be an...
Ugh. Do you smell that?
Yes, like carrion.
And the water has the same color as the blisters on the corrupted.
If you ask me, we just found the cause of this plague. And it's definitely not a curse.
Blasted armor. Huh.
Interesting.
Huh. A traveler.
Can you let it...
As I said.
Wait, not so fast.
The more here, huh?
Don't you think these soldiers will recognize you?
I doubt it. Even if they know General Noria is looking for me, they wouldn't know my face.
You should rethink your position, old man. The light doesn't show mercy on those who betray it.
Well, maybe the light can show you the way out of my bloody camp instead.
You don't know who you're messing with.
Oh, I think I do. I'm messing with a bunch of renegade cutthroats who think they can walk into a camp of the Royal Army and make demands just because their lunatic leader told you so. So, one more time for the slow ones among us. We won't attack those elves. On the contrary, if you do as much as lay a finger on them, you'll have to deal with us too. Are we clear?
You...
Are we clear?
Yes.
Huh.
Just a traveler.
Ah, I see. Best you talk to some...
Who are those...
Well observed. They are Bane, you know, purity fanatics.
Why you put up an...
Pardon my tongue, but that's none of your business.
All right.
Sure.
Huh.
Huh?
Who are you people?
Look, friend. I know what you are. A defiler. And if we weren't in the camp of that fucking coward right now, this conversation would go down.
I think these are Bane.
I heard that.
If you're not soldier...
Business.
I'll leave you be.
What? Wait.
I...
Rohisha Vilma, 2nd Division. Everlight Infantry, isn't it? Blazes. What are you doing?
I think you're mis...
Oh, am I? Could've...
The guard let me in. My name is Tahar, and I'm with the Moor here.
Tahar? Like that sodding rebel mage bastard? So, what news do you...
Well, I assume you've taken note of this strange plague going on in Leafshade. The elves have sent me...
Granted.
Just like that?
What should I say? We need this plague gone as much as the more here. We've stayed away from the corrupted parts, just don't do anything unwise. One more thing, though. There's something that we need done, and I don't have any men to spare at the moment.
You seem to be...
Relaxed isn't the right word, but unlike that bloodburn...
So you don't think the bloodburn...
With the corruption? No, I doubt it. I mean, I'm not a healer, but the symptoms are very different.
Of course.
Well, it's simple. Since we made camp, we ordered a shipment of herbs from another outpost in the Utran lands, but it had... Would you be willing to search the shore for my scout, or maybe the ship itself? The weather's been rough lately, and maybe it was wrecked.
Sure. Any idea where we...
Aye.
Are you sure we have time for...
It never hurts to have additional allies.
Oi, you. Wait a moment.
Me?
No. The Queen's golden tits. Of course you. Say, does the name Bertrand Carpel ring...
Why?
Not much. Only that he came by our camp just this morning. Anyway, I told him I had no bloody idea what he was on, which heck knows what.
What's the message?
Just that he's up north somewhere, here in Leaf Shade, and that he'll be waiting there for you until dusk.
Huh.
Don't mention it. Safe travels.
That's the way?
Will do.
Well, that went better than expected.
Attack!
No! Bandits up ahead.
What the? What are you doing, Iana? What?
Damn it! I need healing.
I understand.
I do. I'm Iana. I and those 5 men were hired to kill you.
You're assassin.
We are.
Who were you working?
You weren't as hard to follow as you think, Tahar. And regarding your...
The head of House Leonider?
Well, I hate to say it, but there are a lot of people, and I'm afraid I don't have an answer for that. I'm not paid.
Sorry, but...
I'm afraid that's complicated. Do you prefer the short...
Give me the long...
All right. I didn't know much about you when I accepted the contract, save for the fact that you were a renegade soldier.
That would be me.
I thought so. Well, we followed your trail until Farland's Hope, where you entered that cave, where... Well, and it was there I learned that you were...
And that made you change your...
Yes. To be frank, I lost someone to the bloodburn. In other words, I want to offer you my services.
That guard who sent us here.
Harm him? No. I don't even know who or where he is. Leonider gave us that name and told us it would be a good lure. So we paid that guard a handful of...
And just why should we trust you?
I can't tell you what to do or feel. Furthermore, word that the assassination failed will get around soon enough. And mark me... I do.
That friend you lost. Who...
I would rather not talk about it.
How can you help us?
Well, judging from the trail of blood you left behind, this won't be your last battle. I can...
Such as?
Such as the fact that you were running from something. I do not know what it is, but I can...
That's a pretty wild...
Maybe. Long story short...
A dreamweaver.
Close. Let us suffice to say that I...
Fair enough. Join...
Thank you. I understand.
Let's head back to Lathwain.
Corporal?
Yes?
Yes.
Yes? Is there anything you need?
Understood.
Fair enough. Let's do this.
Ah, there you are.
Good, I guess.
Just like that. What about the scout?
Two things. There's a treant who was affected by the corruption. Secondly, there are strange pools for...
Tainted, you say?
What?
I think it's time to let Arlen in on the results of our little expedition. Come, let's talk at the square. Arlen, our new friend found some interesting news that might be worth talking about.
What?
Well, Yes, Arlen.
What do you...
Well,
Well,
If we do...
yeah,
Good.
I will under...
Good.
Well, that was quick. Let's make sure not to blow our chance.
Fair enough. If we want the elves to be able to perform the ritual on those altars, we'll need to secure a path for them first.
Agreed. Yes?
Copper.
Seems like that tattooed woman was serious about her threat.
Damn it.
They...
Who did?
The Bane.
Shit.
No. Most of my... Listen, friend.
May your rains cleanse him from...
This complicates things.
Then we won't...
Let's see.
Yes?
All right, give me a second.
All right. The Bane shouldn't be too hard to take down. Let's just stay focused.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
Anything on your mind?
I'll do what's required.
A good spot.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
They will fall.
You'll have to wait!
Of course.
I'm injured.
Sure.
Building completed.
Sounds like a plan.
You read my mind.
As you want.
They killed one of our heroes!
Help me, somebody!
Not now!
For decades, the Mohir elves, exiled from Finan Mir, have roamed Io in search of a new home. In Northander, they were
We're out of stone.
Yes?
A good spot.
All right. The Bane shouldn't be too hard to take down.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
I am ready. They won't stand
Building
a chance.
completed.
I'll make it quick. Prepare yourselves. It will be bloody.
Our scholars have finished researching a new technology.
They won't stand a chance.
Whatever's
Get ready.
necessary. They will fall.
Prepare yourselves.
Expansion is the key to victory.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
You picked the wrong enemies.
Scryer, we lost a sector.
I understand.
You read my mind.
Blazes! Help me, somebody!
They killed one of our heroes.
I need help over here. I need help.
Yes?
They killed one of our heroes.
Is there anything you need?
I'm injured. What do we need?
I understand.
Understood.
These raids. Just give the word. I'll never get used to that. You got it.
Good idea.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders. Building completed. We need to gather more wood, Scryer.
Yes? Corporal?
Sure.
Of course.
Yes, almost there.
We need to gather more wood, Scryer. Building completed.
It will be swift.
Will do.
All right, here goes nothing.
They will burn.
Understood. I'll do what's required. I'll be swift.
Not now!
I'm injured.
Sure. Got it.
Fair enough. Let's do this.
They killed one of our heroes!